And now, Splunk's Cybersecurity 60-second charity challenge. Remember the rules. You've got to get through an entire subject in 60 seconds, or you donate to today's charity of choice. Good luck! I think we've done 54 of these or something like that. And I think that's the first time I've screwed up that bad on the order. As I'm reading the run of show that Audra creates every week.
To be in your defense, it was the same format that she's always used, so I can see how you would
I'm just
get
a
it
little distracted
confused.
today. That's it.
It's all right. I didn't even notice. I didn't notice that you said the wrong thing.
I'm that confident. It's just I move forward with absolute
You were
confidence.
so confident. I was like, oh, he's going to switch it up on the fly. Look at him.
Yeah, I'm not making a mistake. I'm just making an executive decision. There we go. So, okay, what are we talking about today? Audra, we've been dropping Singularity left and right, teasing this out. What is Singularity? Why do I care?
Yeah, so the way I understand it, and I could be wrong because my understanding of AI is still forming, but the singularity is when AI capabilities exceed human comprehension, right? Where AI suddenly is kind of out of control in terms of its advancement, and it's kind of out of humans' hands, if that makes sense. So at what point will AI, or could AI, become comparable with human intelligence and then potentially exceed human intelligence, right? And then at what point will it be irreversible in terms of the impact to our lives?
Right. Will we be like the Wall-E cartoon where the computers just take care of us and we have boneless little feet on spaceships? Exactly. Which is our deep dive. I was never expecting for us to have something like this, but it ended up being quite fun. So the deep dive today is Audra and Nick.
The challenge, right?
The charity challenge.
All right, the charity challenge. Charity challenge deep dive news segment. Charity challenge. All right, there we go. Charity challenge. I'm reading this. Are we on track to reach singularity in this lifetime? The charity we're going this time is Data Ethics for All, which I think kind of ties into Restrict Act and also the world of generative AI and much more. I am not, this is what's messing me up, is everything's topsy-turvy here. I am not participating today. I'm getting to be the judge of this deep dive charity challenge news segment that we're doing. So with that, Mick, as the, I think, 2023 complete winner so far this year, who goes first, you or Audra?
Audra, you can go first.
Oh, great. Thanks. So generous, Mick. I'll go ahead and see what happens. I don't even know if this is going to be 60 seconds, but we'll see if I can fill that much time with my lack of knowledge about AI.
Just try to do a deep dive. That's what I recommend.
A deep dive. Okay, 60 seconds. Maybe I can manage. All right, well, so there's a lot of unknowns with AI, and I definitely cannot say for certain if we'll reach singularity, but where AI becomes, uncontrollable or irreversible, but I do think that it is possible within our lifetime, or maybe even within the next 5 to 10 years, because of the rate of change. It's happening so fast, and companies really need to develop AI strategies yesterday and also prepare for the possibility of rapid change just in a matter of months from now. And the compute needed to train the largest AI models has grown exponentially. It doubles every several months, is a number I've seen in reports. So with that, there could also be a lag before there's mass adoption of, LLMs, as companies try to determine how to most effectively use it. And then one of the most, oh my God, I'm running out of time. One of the biggest limitations is that they only mimic intelligence. They don't actually possess it. And that totally was not how I expected that to go. There's so much more I wanted to say.
50 seconds goes by fast, Audra. All right. Mick?
All right.
That just happened.
All right, well, some folks are going to argue whether singularity can happen in our lifetime. I would say that it's already happened. Computers are smarter than we are, and I'll give you perfect examples of what I mean. Smartphones. No one knows anything anymore. We just look at our phone and look at something, all right? The next thing is online dating algorithms. When you look at apps like Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, something like that, your preferences tell you who you should match with. So the algorithm's already choosing that for you. Some folks adopted Roombas as pets during the pandemic. People had Tamagotchis if you're a dinosaur like me. Memes are a form of communication. No one actually talks anymore. They just send pictures of what they mean. And those are generated by AI. I think we've already been surpassed by computers, and it's just a matter of time. You look at documentaries like War Games, The Terminator, and Ex Machina. These are things that have already happened or can happen in the near future.
Mick wins. You don't even have to.
I can't even, I wanted, like, I'm not going to lie, there was like a 90-point handicap against him walking in, but you
I
crushed
know.
it, Nick. It
I
was,
really screwed that up. I had so much I wanted to say. I just, honestly, I didn't really plan ahead because I was so busy working on other things.
I hear you.
It happens.
It happens. Mick
Well,
dominates once again.
the thing that I wanted to say, if I can,
As long as you
now that
pay
I've
your money
lost.
due to the data ethics for all, we got time.
Well, I think one of the biggest limitations with AI as it is currently is that it doesn't do well with novel problems, right? Like if there isn't an existing data set that it's trained on, it doesn't do well with answering questions, right? Like if it's a game of chess or if it's debugging code, that's more straightforward. It's, straightforward rules of how that works. But when you're asking it to understand like abstract concepts like, humor or empathy, it's not there yet, and I don't know what it would take to get it to that point. I don't know enough about AI. And I learned that artificial general intelligence means that or AGI, it means that it's on par with human capabilities. And then AS something or rather, it's called artificial superintelligence. I think it's ASI maybe, exceeds human intelligence. So that would be the singularity. And I did see that Stephen Hawking, who knew a lot more about this than I do, has expressed concern that artificial superintelligence could result in the extinction of humankind. And I read that when I was preparing for this. And I thought, well, that sounds not
Audra,
good.
I'm gonna disagree with you a little bit because I just asked ChatGPT, can you write a funny limerick about Audra Streetman?
Oh gosh, what did it say? Do
In
I
a
want to know?
town where the news was quite bland, Audra Streetman took the mic in her hand. With a grin and a wink, she made the viewers think that the ratings went just as she planned.
That
that's pretty
was
solid.
very impressive. I mean, honestly, ChatGPT may be more creative than I am. Like, I don't know that I could have come up with that. I'll be completely honest.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
And with that wonderful ending of a limerick, me messing up about 30 times from distraction, Mick Baccio crushing it yes again. We will be back next week with Mike, and then in 2 weeks, are we at RSA?
Are we going to be at RSA? I think we're going to be at RSA.
That's terrifying. No, 3 weeks.
Is that 2 weeks? No.
3 weeks.
I'm so bad. Damn this Gregorian world.
It's this month. That's all I know.
This month. End of the month. I think we have, we're going to be fine. So I think we're doing an interview. That's it. Mick, you're doing interviews at RSA with some folks.
Yes. Some of the Bluenomicon authors, we're going to hang out before the lunch at Yerba Buena and just sit around and rap about all things book. John DiMaggio is going to hang out. His book he released last year. He's got another one in the works. Just going to talk about Bluenomicon security and all things ransomware and APT. It's going to be a great conversation.
There we go. So with that, we will leave this show.
Yes.
So
sounds good.
Leave it where it deserves to be. Surge.